Sonal off the mark. Single into the covers. It's a quiet start so far. Just 2 singles in 3 deliveries. Again, good single. Basically, good cricket all round. Bowling at the batsman at the stumps. Batsman also playing on merit, just playing with soft hands into the covers, looking for that single. I think this is what they need. Minimize the dot balls to get rotating the strike, and anything loose, then punish that. There we see again, like we did in that first game, the new ball gets some bounce here. Takes off the matting. Pull it, but basically played under that delivery. Batting outside his stumps, outside the leg stump. Lucky not to get a lot of bat on it. But they would have beaten that fielder to the boundary. So first over gone. Just the 4 runs, 4 singles. It's 4 for none.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්
So it's 4 for none after 1. Straight away spin from the other end, the pavilion end. So Jayodhe Amarasena. There we see Sonal Netmina. Strike rate of 132. Highest run 73. It's a good decent strike rate for a T10 game. And Jayodhe Amarasena has a 5-wicket haul. So he has picked up quite a lot of wickets, 59 wickets. Immediately some turn and a little bit of bounce. Like I said, on this track, the matting gets some turn. And since the ball is new, you get some bounce. Nicely cut and equally well fielded in the covers. Just the 2 fielders allowed out of the circle in these first 2 overs. Deep extra cover, and I think the other one is at deep mid wicket. Well, for the left hand it changes, and we see both on the leg. Deep mid wicket and long on, the 2 fielders outside. So there's a big gap from square leg. No one in the circle. Nadisha Rajakaruna has 100 to his name and 750s. Starts slow, 88 strike rate, 29 average. Getting the ball turning into him. Has to go for that down on one knee. But sometimes not sure exactly what the thinking is, because you saw 2 fielders put for that shot on the boundary and still looking to play that. They've been pretty good so far. There's 2 runs in the 3 deliveries. Ball start. So both batsmen on 3 each. Which one of them will go first? One will be looking at taking up, going after some bowler. That extra cover field on the fence. Happy to be dealing in singles. So the tier, that is Division A and B, will be playing the finals at CCC grounds in the evening. That was fired in. Be quite a tiring day for the teams going into the finals, because they're playing the quarterfinals, then the semis, and then move on to CCC for the finals in the evening. Two teams will be playing 3 games in a day. Time going across his stumps, taking it from outside the off stump, dispatching it to the boundary. 4 runs, the first boundary in this game and this innings. And after 2 overs, the score has moved on to 11 for 1. Sorry, 11 for no loss after 2.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So Dilshan Madhuwant, the new bowler. Then we see taken 21 wickets. That was a 5-wicket haul and 2 3-wicket hauls. 5 for 13 as his best. Dilshan Madhuwant. Just having a look around, checking whether his fielders are in place. Few adjustments. Sportylk has been a 4 of 7 and Nadish 7 of 5. Nicely run down to that vacant region and the batsman complete 2 runs. So Sonal also getting a move on. Ideally would like to have Nadish on strike because he's going at more than a run a ball. Again played into the covers. Oh, there was a slight misfield and enables the batsman to come back for 2. The fielder on the extra cover boundary doing the tidying up. So 2 twos, the 2 deliveries. Again playing with soft hands. Plays it in that vacant leg side region in the mid-wicket region, but just 1 run. So dot ball in Madhwanta's fourth delivery. Makes room for himself. Goes through the covers, but a good diving stop. Can't prevent one run. Two openers pretty sedate, taking their time. I think one will have to go after the bowling sooner rather than later. Playing most of it along the ground. And end of over number 3. Stargarmans moved on to 18 for no loss.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So it will be Chamod, the new bowler, pulling from the pavilion end. Chamod Ratnayaka, best bowling 6 for 46. Taken 40 wickets. Played in there again. Stargarmans winning the toss and electing to bat first. Ratnayaka. So we've not seen the big shots come out, and that's the first one, is it? Finds the fielder. Falling short of the rope, and that's the first wicket down. At 19, Stargarmans lose their first wicket in the 4th over. I think it was time that they looked at going for some runs. Singles were not going to take them to a good total, especially when you win the toss and you have to bat first. There goes Nadisha Raja gone for 8. Got Fernando ball, Chamod Ratnayaka. Oh, wait, there it is.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Sachiru had Samal. Straight away in the act off the mark of his first delivery. Left hand well in control, played it down. Diving us up to the field. Now it's Sonal Netmina. Goes for that, what can you call it, pedal sweep, just a 1 run. Not getting it completely on the bat. Just an edge. Trying to create something here. They need to do something. This is the fourth over. Just a 10-over game. This one again. Down on one knee. And brilliant. That was a really good catch. Same fielder. Same over. And the same bowler. 2 catches for the same fielder there. The bowler has picked up his second. A very good catch. Running in from the boundary. Taking it low down and bringing out that dive. Made sure to hang on to the delivery with the dive. And that's Mahosha the Fernando. And once again bowled Chamod Ratnayaka. Sachiru Hansala walking back for 1 run, just 2 deliveries faced.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දිග පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Down the leg side. Fastest delivery. Beats the wicket keeper. So 2 runs to the total of wide plus the run. To add to the total. There we see they're running for that wide. Oh, beautifully bowled there. 23 for 2. Last wicket Sachiru Hansamal. 23 for 2. Last wicket Sachiru Hansamal. Hansala, sorry. It's out for 1. Got by Mahosha the Fernando. Taken 2 very good catches in the deep. Johan Aloka. 56 has his highest strike rate of 81. 250s. What can he do? 6 overs left in this innings. 10-over games, quarterfinals. Winner moves on. Loser goes home. Johan Alok off the mark in his first delivery. The projected score showing 58, same as what was in the first game. I don't think Star Garments will want that. They'll want something more than that. At the moment, boundaries have to come. Just the singles. Jayad Amar Singh bowling his second. Was in there, but the field on the boundary. Can you call it a safe shot because there's no one in the inner circle, in the 30th circle on the leg. Again playing, waiting for it to turn and playing it late. So now let's move down to 14. Uses his feet. Beautiful shot, but in the air. And that's wicket number 3. Came out, used his feet, got to the pitch of the delivery, but just skied it, went underneath it. Straight up. And a good catch, pedaling back. Johan Alakun has to walk back. Loss of the third wicket. There we see that replay again from wide of the crease. got the height, not the distance, and a good catch. So far the fielding has been good, and that's Alakun walking back to the pavilion. Caught Kevin Pereira, bowled Jayadama Singh for 2, and it's 27 for 3.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
It's Janit Cham, the new batsman. There we see early days for him. Highest of 71. Another left-hander. Short. Dragged down, but just plays it just for a single into the covers off the mark. That's the end of 5 overs. It's 28 for 3, and it'll be Brian Thomas taking over.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Welcome back. 28 for 3, winning the toss and electing to bat first at the end of 5 overs is not a good show. And I think they need to try and play it positively out here. It's a bright and a sunny day at the MCA here in Colombo, where sporty.lk is bringing you all the live pictures of this wonderful tournament. Right, it's Mahendra Jaya Tilaka. Excellent bowling figures, 4 for 15, his best effort. 2 3-wicket hauls, right arm, round the stumps, drifting down the leg side, wrapped him on the pad, but as you can see, the wicketkeeper did pick the ball, remove the bails, and optimistically went to the leg umpire, asking whether he could get a decision against the batter for the popping crease being left out of the equation. The next ball out of the off stump again. Dot delivery, 2 dot deliveries on the trot. This is very, very good bowling indeed. Just keep the line, the length, and let the batsman come and fetch you. Outside the off stump, gave the batter some room, so he was able to punch it off the back foot to deep extra cover for an easy single. I would say the score is rattling along. I mean, they're playing on a batting wicket here in Colombo. Bright, sunny, hot day. Sporty.lk, I mean, we are very proud to be with you, giving you all this commentary, keeping you updated with what's happening in the Tier B competition of the mercantile tennis side here in Sri Lanka. Sonal Nithana on 14. Up the reverse sweep. Has he gloved it? He has. He has practically gloved it. I think it was glove and the top handle of the bat, and being caught at short fine leg. Wicket number 4. Now, look, this is part and parcel of T10 cricket, but I frankly feel that the batters, that star garments, are getting slightly loose, slightly frustrated. And this looks pretty imminent, isn't it? And you're letting your opponent, SA Technologies, creep into you. You want the toss, you elected to bat first, you need to target. I mean, you need to target around 85 to 80 on this matting wicket here. And then, you're just throwing it away. So, wicket number 4 down at 29. We are into over number 6. Current run rate 5.12, which is far below par for a T10 game. And Mahendra Jayalal, I would say, thank his stars that he got a bonus wicket. The new batter in is Dulshan Silva. 29 being his highest score. Not much of experience with the Willow though. He's played 4 matches, 39 runs. Let's see how he gets about it. Outside the off stump, slapped away, slightly uppishly to short extra cover. Batsman will go through for an easy single. Rotate the strike while you can. That should be, I think, the message given to the batters. It's not about looking at boundaries. You need to rotate the strike, keep the scoreboard ticking. You will get your loose balls, that's for sure. That's predictable in this type of cricket. Janis Shehan on 2. Gave himself some room, punches it away or slaps it away to deep mid-on, and he will get a single. So that's the end of over number 6. 31 for the loss of 4 wickets. Star Garments electing to bat first.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Welcome back. 31 for the loss of 4 wickets in 6 overs. Star Garments winning the toss and elected to bat first in the second game of the day, today being a Sunday here in the city of Colombo. And I can tell you Star Garments looking very tentative out here. Batters are not actually milking the singles when on offer. They've got to make the ones into twos. They seem to be very optimistic about going over the top, clearing the boundary line. But it's not working. The ball is holding up slightly off the matting here. And I think, in all honesty, SA Technologies. Okay, we now take a look at the 4 dismissals as well. Come on, let's have a look at it. Look at that. Well, that's in line with the middle and the off stump. Pumped in the air. And that's catching practice, actually, for the man at deep square leg. Watch it once again. Just dropping into him. Very good catching indeed. And the next delivery, here goes another catching practice, I reckon. Ah, well taken. He cuffed the ball in the air for a while, and here is the reverse sweep. Bat and top handle. This is appalling, isn't it? 31 for 4. I hope you saw the catching practice that we saw. My producer just said catching practice. Exactly what he said. Perfect. Shashin Avishka then, the bowler. Right arm medium pace. In line with the middle and the off stump. Punched very firmly to the fieldsman at deep mid-off. Batsman will take a single. That's it. Rotate the strike. Keep going. Remember, there are 6 balls in an over. You should be able to target at least 6 runs in an over. Wait for the boundary ball to come, because, I mean, none of the bowlers are going to, bowl that backward length or that good delivery all the time. You're bound to get a loose ball here and there. When you get the loose ball, punch it down the ground. I think that's the call here. Now, the projected score is 52, but I still reckon 52 is below par. You need to have at least 65 to 70 to be comfortable. Right, Yashan Abishka. Full toss, put away, and it's, that's a sitter of a catch that should have been taken. Now look, we'll have it on the replay. Full toss, played across the line. Ball in the air for a while. In, out. Watch this now. Look at that. It goes straight in. It goes out. Mistimed jump. That's the cause of the mistake by the fieldsman. Now you need to catch those. You need to catch those if you want to win games. Yashan Avishka. Right arm medium pace. In he goes. Taken on the half volley, driven very firmly. That's a good looking stroke into the gap, but he can't beat the man on cover at deep extra cover region, square on the offside, and the batsman will get a couple of runs. This is good rotation of strike. This is what I mean. I've been kept telling it from the time I came on commentary. Right? Try to rotate the strike, milk the singles. When you have the opportunity to take the twos, wait for those full tosses. Once you get the full tosses, well, look, or once you get the half volleys or into your arc, then go after the bowling. I mean, that is the message that should be given to the batters out in the center. Outside the off stump, just should be called a wide if I'm not mistaken. I thought it was outside the tramp line, but the umpire sees it better. Now on my screen, I thought that should have been called a wide. Nevertheless, unless otherwise he got a tickle on the willow of that. But then from the looks of it, I thought that will be called a wide. But nevertheless, the umpire sees it better than I do, I reckon, on the screens. Yep, 6.4 overs gone by. Dot delivery, the last one. Short. It's been slapped in the air. Let's see where it has gone to. That's a biggie. We'll wait for the umpire's signal. That looks a huge 6. Just what the doctor ordered for. I mean, that was simply mauled. Fantastic shot. Let's watch it again. Look, it gets onto the back foot, weight on the back foot. He slaps it away rather uppishly and intentionally, to state the least. That is, he would be very proud of what he did there. All of a sudden, Star Garments have woken up from slumber. That's what I mean. That's what I mean about the loose deliveries that you'll get. Don't expect every delivery to be loose. You will have some tight deliveries. Milk those deliveries. Try to get 1s and 2s. And already this over looks pretty expensive compared to the rest of the overs we've seen in this particular innings. 10 runs already. Full toss yet again. Did he miss out? I think he did. He takes the edge and the ball runs down to the man at short third man, and the batsman will cross over for a single, and that does mark the end of over number 7.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Welcome back. 42 for the loss of 4 wickets. 7 overs have gone by. The current run rate is 6. Tell you what, 3 more overs and Star Garments, who won the toss and elected to bat first despite the fact they've lost 4 wickets, if they can apply themselves, try to get ball to bat, look at approximately 12 runs in over, we have a game on. Right arm round the stumps, very well bowled indeed. Try foot short of length, Mahendra Jayaratne getting that ball to go straight through with the arm. And Shehan, the batter, batting on 12, who plugged that last 6. Not getting back to it. That's outside the off stump, slapped away in the air for a while. Let's wait where it goes and falls. Wait for the umpire signal. Yes, that's another glorious 6. Tell you what, this young man, Jani Shehan, can hit a cricket ball. That's for sure. That was just outside the off stump. Picked it on the half volley. Just look at that. On the half volley, in he goes, slaps it away. Glorious 6. Very well played, sir. Over the long on's head. This is what I call T10 cricket. See ball, hit ball. And that too, see ball, hit ball only when it's in your arc. Mahendra, round the stumps. Outside the off stump. Gave himself some room. Played it off the back foot straight to deep extra cover. And the batsman will get an easy single. So the total rattling along, looking much healthier than what it looked in the first 5 overs. Is 49 done for 4. We're into over number 8. The second game. Wait for the umpire. Is a bit of disruption of play. I don't know what he's trying to say. It looks a free hit. It looks a free hit. Look at that. Can you just imagine a spinner coming in? The reason is, yep. What is the reason? It's not very clear on our screens, but it's a free hit. And taken full toll off. Put away to the square leg fence for 4 runs. Beautiful execution. You bowl in the arc, you get hammered. You bowl a delivery where you know it's a free hit, hittable, and you get pumped. 4 more runs, the total moving on to 54 for the loss of 4 wickets. We're into over number 8. And Janit, it was Dilshan De Silva who executed that scoring stroke for his team. Star Garments, 7.3, suddenly looking a little bit fresher and better from what they were in the first 5 overs. Wait for the umpire. I just thought for a moment. That's outside the off stump. Should be called a wide. Yes, there it is, the umpire. This time showing the arm of the law because it was outside the tramp line. And the team will get an extra run. Right arm. In he goes. Good looking delivery just outside the off stump. Waits for it, opens the face of the bat. Dushan De Silva runs it down to the man at back of the point, and the batsman will get an easy single. Right, Janish Shehan, who's been a bit of a slapper and a hitter of the cricket ball, on strike, batting on 19. Waiting for Mahendra. Up, try to take it on the half volley, try to sort of work him on the front foot. Not in line with the ball, the body slightly away from the ball. He's got to get his body in line with the ball. Try and stroke it, close to his body. That's outside the off stump yet again. Wild swing and a miss, and the umpire signals that as a wide. That was, I think, a bit of a very close call. Did he sort of let's watch it on the replay. I think the bowler will be unlucky. It's inside the tramp line, but the umpire doesn't think so. Has taken on the full and driven very firmly. Will get himself a single, I reckon. Total moves on to 57 for the loss of 4 wickets as we come to the end of over number 8.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Welcome back. Yes, it's 57 for 4 wickets. And we've seen the completion of the 8th over. We are into over number 9. And it's Dilshan Madhuwala into the attack. He's been expensive in the first over he bowled. He gave away 7 runs. He needs to tighten things, and he's bowling to Janish Shehan. That's a full toss, push straight back to the bowler, who doesn't do a clean job on his follow-through to clean up the ball that came at him. But no harm done. The score remains on 57 for 4. Dilshan Madhuwala. Around the stumps. Short. Tries to back cut that delivery from outside the off stump on the 4th stump line. Doesn't get back to it. So 2 dot deliveries is gold dust at this stage of the batter for the bowlers. That's taken on the half volley. Slapped away. 1 bounce to the man at cow corner, and the batsman will go through for an easy single. The total trickling away to 58 for 4 wickets in 8.3 overs. And Dulshan De Silva now on strike, batting on 7, the right-hander. And Janish Shehan gets off strike, 21 of 18 deliveries at the non-striker's end. Reverse sweep. This is something that you see very often in this version of the game. Wait for the umpire's signal. Yep, it's been cleared as a 6. Now that is a glorious stroke. Now that's what I call T10 cricket. In the slot, and he deceives the entire field. I, for one, never thought that the youngster will go for the reverse. Watch that. In line of the off stump, he just picks it up and hikes it away to legally the deep backer point fence for a glorious 6. This is good batting. 64 for 4. Star Garments on a roll here. And the next delivery played uppishly in the air. Let's wait and see where it falls. And a brilliant catch. All good things, they say, comes to an end. Well, he had no choice because we are into over number 9. Anyway, Dulshan De Silva, from my viewpoint, has done his job. Just watch the dismissal. That's outside the off stump. Slapped across the delivery. And in the air, ballooned in the air for a while. And he was caught at mid-wicket. So, Star Garments lose their 5th wicket with the score on 64. We hope you are enjoying the coverage and our live commentary. My name is Brian Thomas and my co-commentator for today is Michael Allens. And we hope you're enjoying your company this beautiful Sunday. It's a wonderful Sunday. There's Hopper along. And in the international arena, I think Sri Lanka would be very pleased with their performance against Bangladesh, winning the 2nd test by an innings and 73 runs yesterday. And lots of cricket coming up globally, and sporty.lk will keep you updated on all that's happening on our news reels. So keep in touch with us because we bring you news hot off the field. Right, Rashan Anushka, the new man in. As he bowled a no ball, I saw the umpire racing the arm of the law. Let's go straight to the umpire. Yep, that's the no ball. There we see. Now you can't, as a spinner. I mean, look, bowling a no ball at this stage of the game is carnal, isn't it? You're telling the batting side, please have a go. That's the signal for the free hit. Very, very displeasing indeed. Dilshan Madhuwala. Right arm around the stumps. Flighted delivery taken on the half volley and played very firmly. Yup, he's got away with suicide there. Just one run coming off that no ball. 9 overs gone, 67 for 5.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Welcome back, 67 for 5. 9 overs gone, 67 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. The projected score all of a sudden moves on to 74, which I think would be very competitive on the type of surface we are playing here. And here is the batting card. Well, we did have a few exciting moments, but the man who is at the wickets, that's Janit Shehan, 22, strike rate of 115.79, good at any time, and 2 huge sixes. He is the key. Now, let's say Star Garments will have to try and get him on strike as much as they can and try and push this total, if they can, to around 80. Then we are talking about a pass score on this pitch. Right, Janit keeping his right foot out of the leg stump. Slaps that first ball away to the man at mid-off. Just a single. I think the fielding side, Technologies, will be happy they got the last pair in. But Janit Shehan did the wise thing by not taking a single, I reckon. Let's have a look at it again. No, but he's gone and crossed over. He is crossed over, so he's got off strike. Okay. While I was talking, we've just had the run out, and Janit Shehan getting just a little bit optimistic, trying to retain the strike. Well, these things happen in this version of the game. The leg stumping asked by the right-hand batter. 68 for 6. Chamod Ratnal, the bowler. What's he going to do? Right arm over the stumps, taken on the half volley, played rather uppishly in the air for a while. And falling into no man's land. The batsman will take one. Will they come for the second? This is very good. Up, they're looking for the third. It becomes a flurry all of a sudden, because now I think 70 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. They'll take it any time, because the way we saw Star Garments bat in the first 5 overs, they were really struggling to get some runs. But I think the next 5 overs that they've faced, they've been playing with more freedom. Outside the off stump, punched to wide of mid on. 1. Will they go for the second? No, they don't. 71 for 6 wickets is the score here at the MCA. Nuwan Jaya still to open his account. He's on strike. The last man in. 71 for 6. 3 more balls to go. Chamod. Very good line and length. Just back of a length. Held it back slightly, as the batter did have a wild swipe at it or a swing at it. Didn't get bat to bowl, so that will go as a dot delivery. Goal does, though, at this stage of the innings. Right, Chamod. Oh, that's stumped. That's gone. Dancing down the track. Well, you can't help it. I mean, look, you need to get some runs on the board. Fair enough. And you got wickets in hand. But I think all credit must go to Chamod, the bowler, because he held it back. You know, I mean, it's a very good way of bowling, the right arm off spin. You know the batsman is going to dance down the track, so hold it back. And that's what he did. Instead of flighted the ball, got the ball above the eye line of the batter, held its line a little bit, bowled it slower. And brilliant to get a wicket at this stage of the game. Randu No, it's Sawahas Yapa who's coming into bat. 71 for 7. 9.5 overs gone by. This looks a very, very good over because he's given away only 3 runs, but he has had 2 scalps, 2 wickets. Look, that is something that any bowler would want to settle for, getting 2 wickets in the last over of a T10 game, or any version of the game for that matter. Right, here he goes now, Chamod. Let's see what he does with the final delivery. Right arm over the stumps, taken off a length and punched very firmly to wide of mid-on. Batsman will go for 1. They are coming in for the second, but it's only 1 run because he's being run out. So the fielding has been exquisite so far. So Star Garments winning the toss and electing to bat first have got a run rate of 7.22, which means they have made 72 runs for 7 wickets. They have set the technologies a target of 72. And I can tell you that this particular game can be pretty interesting because we had 3 dismissals in the last over, 2 off the bat and 1 through running. So on hindsight, I think technologies will be very happy that they control these innings. As the 2 batters walk back, all happens in a game of cricket, especially the T10 version, which is very, very unpredictable. Okay, I'm now waiting for the scorecard to give you what happened so far in this game. 72 for 8. And we are waiting for... That's the skyline. Here we go with the scorecard. Nothing much to write home about, in all honesty. Just that I enjoyed the batting of Janish Shan, 23 with those two huge sixes. And Dushan De Silva, the reverse sweep of a 6, got him 13 runs. And up the order is Sonal, who got 14 runs. So 6 extras. It always does hurt as we focus on this Colombo skyline as well. Let's have a look at the bowling card before we take a look at the highlight package. Here we go. 3 wickets for Chamod. 2 in the last over he bowled. Brilliant, I thought. And also Mahendra Jayatilaka, 1 for 18. And look up the order. Amar Sena, he'll be pretty happy with his performance. He had 3 dot deliveries in his 2 overs. Picked up 1 wicket for 12 runs. Well, 73 now, I'm told, is the target. And we'll have a look at the highlight package now for your viewing pleasure very quickly indeed. There we go. Look at that. That's down the leg side, beautifully punched to deep square leg for 4 runs. And this is the one I really thought was brilliantly caught. Fantastic. Beautiful catch yet again. Take a look at this. This very good catching. Brilliant. Excellent exhibition of how to take a high catch. One more time. That's the cuff tape, we call it. That was introduced by the Aussie cricketers. And here is another very good catch indeed. The catching has been very good, in all honesty. And I was very happy. Now, that should have been taken. That looked a dolly drop. And here's what I call a slap 6. Beautifully executed. And now I'll tell you what, the 2 sixes I saw over long on was very good indeed. And here is a reverse sweep for a 6. Thick and fast it comes, and that's the ball that was punched there. The free hit that the batter got. And here is another very good catch indeed. So the catching has been, from my viewpoint, absolutely spot on. Good bit of ground fielding as well. As you can see, the throw coming in and the batter being run out. Umpire has no problems with that. And the stumping opportunity. And these 2 coming in the last over. Now let's take a look at this run out. Batsman crossover for a single. And look at beautiful throw to the wicket-keeper's end. So that does mark the end of the innings. So I'm going to take a bit of a breather, get some water, and when you come back, and the target being 73, we'll go in for a break. When you come back, it'll be Michael who'll take you through for the next 5 overs.
So we are back for the second innings for the chase, where Stargarmans getting 72. And now SA Technologies need 73 of 60 deliveries. Not a very big total, I would say, but a challenging one. They'll have to bat well from the start. The two opening batsmen for SA Technologies walking in. Umpires getting ready a chat. There she is. Stargarmans getting 72 for 8 in their 10 overs. High score being Janit Chehan, 23 of 20. We wait for the names of the batsmen to appear. This is the second quarterfinal for the day in this B Division T10 League, MCA League tournament. Lasanta. So we got Saviru, Satindu, and Lasanta Kamala opening the batting. So Saviru will be taking strike left arm, Janit Chehan, the highest scorer. And that's a wicket in the first delivery. Strikes, that has been the order of the day. Even in the first game, we saw 3 bowlers picking up a wicket in their first delivery. And now this continues. Brilliantly bowled. Go for that drop kick. Missed it completely. And it had his stumps castled. Definitely beaten for pace, I would say. Has to walk back without troubling the scorer's first delivery. And SA Technology is not a good start, losing the first wicket without any runs on the board. New batsman Manindra Jayatilaka, right-hander. Good strike rate of 149.8, averaging 30. Highest runs has 100, 125, and 550 is 842 runs in this Mercantile tournament. That's quite a lot of runs. But facing Janit Chehan with his tail up, running in. That's the first runs to the total, but it's not off the bat, it's a leg by. Loud shout, but no way that could have been given. Pitching out, moving away. The iPad, not sure what the wicketkeeper was requesting for. So 1 for 1. That's wicket number 2. Like I said, the new ball, you get some bounce on this track, the matting. So Janit Chehan has struck again. Not conceded a run off the bat. Yes, trying to cut it. Played underneath, got a top edge. And there we see batsman walking back. So it's 2 down now for just 1 run. And boy, Melbourne, sorry, this SA Technologies in more than a spot of bother. Left alone. Going across the right hander. Yashan Avishka, the new batsman. So now a bit of pressure on SA Technologies. Down the leg side. Been a beautiful delivery for a left hand, but this time called a wide. So that's 2 for 2 now. Still no run off the bat. That's the first run. First run off the bat. Total moving on to 3 now. 3 for 2. Oh, again getting his line wrong. Another wide. Extended over. Bowled 7 balls so far. Loud shout again, but pitching outside leg. Quickly says no. And that's end of the first over. SA Technologies have moved on to 4 for 2 in pursuit of 73 runs.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුරදිග පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So we're back live for the second over. Yashan Avishka to take strike. He played with soft hands to the mid-on region, but batsman quickly managed to get 1 run. So Randu, the bowler. Randu Navanje Fernando. 7 wickets. Early days, just 6 matches played. That's nicely driven over the top. The ball sticking to the ground once it pitches. It's 2 runs to the total. So now getting a move on little by little. Mahendra Jahal It's a Mahendra Jayatilaka. Both batsmen on 2 of 3 deliveries. Again going in there. This time, that's the wicket number 3. Third wicket down for SA Technologies. Just a second over. Trying to go over the top again. Repeated that shot. Ended up not middling it. This time went on the leg side, and it was a good catch. Had to hold on. Waited for it, and then taking a good catch. So 3 wickets down for just 7 runs in pursuit of 73 for victory.
I was talking to his uncle here. Yeah.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දිග පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So the new batsman Dilshan Madhuwanta. Strike rate 123. It's all decent strike rates here. Again down the leg side, like his opening partner. Started off well and then strained down the leg side. Should keep the pressure on, not give them there again. Saw that ball taking off once it pitched. Sure that this is a brand new matting. Because generally the new mattings you tend to get a bit of bounce. So 2 wide deliveries after that wicket. New batsman not tested as yet. That was played with soft hands into the covers, single. So 10 on the board. Again extended over. So this is the problem that Star Garments are going to have, bowling extra deliveries with those 2 wides. Even earlier we had an 8-ball over. Now also it's going to be 8-ball over, provided the next 2 deliveries are legal deliveries. Much better this time, making the batsman play. You can see that target 63 in 49. Not a tough target, I would say, but a pretty reasonable target. So, somewhere in the middle. Both teams still have a very good chance. Again into the covers. One batsman wanted the run, the other said no. That's the end of over number 2. And SA Technology is 10 for 3.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දිග පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
It's a 63 needed in 48. Current run rate just 5 runs per over. Required at 7.88. So more that climbs, it's going to be harder. especially when you lost 3 of your top order sitting in the pavilion. Wouldn't want that to go into 9 and 10. Becomes even harder, so you need to keep chipping away. Make sure no dot balls. Swasyapa, the new bowler. There we see Swasyapa, best bowling 3 for 9. Taken 3 wicket hauls on 2 occasions. Or spin taken on the full, driven down. Just adjusting his field a bit. Yashan Avishka. Come from round the wickets, was bowling wide of the off stump, and Yashan just goes down on one knee, takes it out from off stump, and paddles it towards the deep square leg region. 2 runs. And that's pretty good cricket, I would say. Playing the gaps, playing smart cricket. Don't need big 6s and 4s, especially when you're chasing a target of 73 to win. Need to play that sort of cricket, risk-free cricket. Get the 2s, the 1s, and when the loose ball comes along, punish it. They've got 4 runs so far in 3 deliveries. Now make that 5 runs in 4 deliveries. You see that required run rate will come down a bit if they can keep doing this. Shanarishka on 5. Deshan Madhuanta on 3. Again, neatly played. Just one come back for the second. So they've got 7 so far. Which is what exactly I said they need to do. 17 for 3. They've milked 7 runs of 5 deliveries. Oh, and a wide. So that's about the 5th wide in the 3rd over. We got 2 from the first over, 2 from the second. And now 1 from this over. Just trying to push it wide and run driven down. You can see 9 runs in that over. Exactly what they needed. The score has moved on to 19 for 3 after 3 overs.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු?
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So 54 needed of 42. Where we got Swasyapa bowling his second. Oh no, it's Randu Navanje Fernando. Quite a handful. Oh, That would have been gone for all money if it had hit. But just bouncing over the stumps. Leg by. Nicely bowled. This is what Star Garments need. Create some pressure. They've got 3 wickets. Few more dot balls. Make the batsman do something different. And played with soft hands on the leg side. Another single. What Randu needs to do is just keep bowling wicket to wicket. The decent line that ran outside the off stump. It was very short. The batsman just getting a bottom edge. Couldn't place it straight to the fielder. 52 needed from 38. So far decent over. Just the 2 runs, a 1 leg by and a single. 2 dot balls either side of that single. Oh, play and a miss. There again we see that extra bounce. It's like this tennis ball bounce. You get that ball, suddenly takes off. Batsman playing the shot. The final of this B division will also be played at CCC, I'm told, in the evening. And that will be a game on the turf. That run outside, that's not cut nicely and beats that third man fielder. Very good placement. 4 was gone. It's 25 for 3.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Best of 5 for 22. Decent economy at 4.54. If you can do that in T10 cricket, he'll be a star. Leg spin, oh, that's trouble, trouble. No, missed. What was the wicket keeper doing? Batsman played the shot and took off. Square leg fielder. Or was that the mid wicket fielder? Yes. Diving and stopping it. And then trying to. No, couldn't take the bails off. Shanavish on 12 of 13. Taken on the full to run down the ground, just a single. Required run rate creeping up to 8.36. Close it gets to the 9 and the 10. It's going to be even harder. 46 of 33 now. That was a hit over the bowler's head. One bounce into the fence. Bangs into the side screen. That's what they need. 1 or 2 of those in the next few overs. Just to keep them in the hunt. Yes, 1 bounce straight bang on that side screen. So 6 runs coming off 4 deliveries now. You can see that required coming below 8 now. He gets the batsman, he gets the bowler to do something different. A little bit harsh, I would say. Was within that tram line, but umpire thought was otherwise called it a wide. Continue to keep bowling a wide in the over. Down on one knee. Has it gone all the way? Yes, it has. Didn't look like. The shot he played just went down on one knee and swept it, but he got a maximum. So now pretty expensive over. It has turned out to be. A very good shot. Yes. One delivery left and 13 runs. So there you see that equation coming down now, 35 from 31. And that required rate now below 7. Very gettable. Make that 34 from 30. And end of 5 overs. SA Technologies are 38 for 3. It will be Brian Thomas to take you till the end of the game.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Equation on. Welcome back, and that is the equation. 35 runs needed from 31 deliveries. Into over number 5. There we are. It's on your screens. You can see it clearly. 35 of 31. Definitely gettable for the Technologies. But they've got to make 100% sure that they do not lose wickets and put pressure on themselves. It's Johan Aloka who bowled the last over. Let's see as the fresh over starts. Push straight into short mid-off for an easy single. Dulan being brought in for the first time. Excitement here. There is plenty. I mean, I have noticed plenty of crowd support for both teams. You can see Dulangia had a very good bowling figure of 3 wickets for just 2 runs. Could be a handful when he gets his act right. Left arm. Quicker. Wrapped him on the pad. He pushed it through very quick on that occasion. Bowling the angle. Trying to get the batter on the front foot. Watch it. Watch it as he bowls. Yep, that spun into his pads. Pushing it through much quicker than I would expect. Let's see whether he can bowl something. That's a quick delivery yet again, but try foot short of length, tucked away to mid-wicket. That'll get the batter a single. Are they looking for the second run? No, they don't. Trickling along. Technologies 40 for 3. And mind you, Star Garments had a torrid time up front in the first 5 overs they played, but then they came back very strongly in the second half of their batting to get to a target of 72. As we watch the next delivery outside the off stump, that's a rank hop. Cut away very firmly to deep extra cover. Batsman will go through for an easy single. We've seen some very good bowling here by Star Garment bowlers, and I just had a little chat about a young fast bowler who's really caught my eye. He played under 19 for Sri Lanka Schools, Janit Shehan, who opened the bowling. Left armour. That's taken on the half volley, played rather uppishly, but then there is cover. The sweeper arena, the batsman will have to be happy with a single. 32 runs in 27 balls is getting a little bit close, little bit tight. But what Star Garments have to do is try and save those boundaries. Don't bowl those boundary balls because you start putting the batting team on top. Quicker wrapped him on the pad. I think it was slightly high. And that's why the umpire said not out. I guess it was a little bit high. Had a bit of a bounce, and that's the end of the over. 6 overs gone, 42 for 3.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD.
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Welcome back. We're really enjoying ourselves out here on a sunny afternoon here in Colombo. We've seen the completion of 6 overs. And look at the bowling card. Janish Chehan, 1 over, 5 dot deliveries, mind you. 2 wickets for 3 runs. He was very, very impressive. I saw him bowl today for the first time. A former under-19 player for Sri Lanka. And it was good to see the young man. He's got a lot of pace. He's tall. Hits the deck hard. I'm looking forward to see him bowl the second over. Right, now then, Johan Aloka being brought into the attack yet again. Expensive in his first spell. Got to come out with a better spell. Outside the off stump, give the batsman room. And that's cut away. Running into sweeper cover arena, the batsman will take one. Will they look for the second? I reckon they would. Now, this is what you call leaking runs. You need not bowl that line and that length. I keep saying that when you start giving room outside the off stump in this version of the game, you're getting the batter to rock on the back foot and punch you down the ground. Square on the offside. So you need to get it above the eye line if you can. Get the batter on the front foot and keep a check out of it. Let the batter come at you on the front foot. That is short yet again. Cut away. I mean, this is easy pickings. And a bit of a misfield, I dare say, at short extra cover. And the single being taken with ease. Now an overthrow. This is adding fuel to the fire. Couple of runs. I mean, the second run being given due negligence. Current run rate 7.46. Required run rate 7.04. Equation, I think, for the technologies seems within reach. 27 runs in 23 balls. But it's left for the bowlers now to try and tighten one over. Now, already Aloka has been very expensive, giving away 6 runs in this over. Yet again, you see that the amount of room he gives outside the off stump, and that's being fetched just inside the boundary line. The umpires, I don't know whether we have the facilities to have another look at that. But the umpire seems satisfied because it was just picked inside the boundary line. Good bit of commitment and fielding. Nevertheless, there we go. Oh, that's brilliantly done. Well done, sir. Fielding it just inside the boundary line, restricting that particular bad ball from going to the boundary. So 2 more to the total. 24 runs needed in 22 wickets. That's the equation. Outside the off stump. Well, lucky it was inside the tramp line. He's bowling that fifth stump line and length. But what he's got to do is to try and get the batter on the front foot here. Played across the line, swept very neatly, but there is cover at deep square leg. So they will have to be happy with 1 run. Bit of misfield. Collect the ball. Keep your eyes on the ball. Now look, you leak 2 runs, defending a small total. And those misfields, taking your eye off the ball at the last moment, can be very costly. Over number 7, Johan Aloka, being shade expensive. He's given away 22 runs so far in 1.3 overs. And that's not a decent read, especially when you're defending a small total. Here, when your side managed to only muster 72 in their allotted 10 overs. Better line, better length, that's the line. Get the 4th stump line on, bowl it fuller in line and length as the umpire is looking at a little break here. We'll take a short break, come back as soon as the commercial is rolled here.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDB FD.
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDB FD.
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Right, we take a look at the batting. This is the batting card. Johan Avishkar at the wickets on 22. He's got Dilshan Madawala also on 21. Of course, thanks to the seam bowling we saw of Janit Shehan, who took 2 wickets in his very first over with 5 dot deliveries, he got the batters under the pump. But the rest of the bowlers, sadly so far, have been leaking runs. Now it will be very interesting as to when they'll bring their premier bowler back, Janit Shehan. I reckon it should be done in the penultimate over, which means he will bowl the 8th over. Here are the bowling figures. This is what I was talking about. Janit Shehan, 3 runs for 2 wickets. Very impressive indeed up front. But the rest of the bowlers have been leaking. Leaking big time, especially Johan Aloka. 24 runs in 2 balls. An economy rate of 12. Defending a small total is not what the doctor ordered for. Right, very interesting to see as to how the game goes from here. If you're joining our live coverage, Star Garments won the toss, elected to bat first. Yep, let's have a look at the 3 wickets now. Here we go. I'm talking about, very good delivery indeed. That is young Shehan. And the next delivery is short outside the off stump. Punched and then caught again. Those are the wickets he got up front. Absolutely good bowling. Excellent bowling. Nice line and length. Bowls a Yorker, bowls a short delivery. And I can tell you he's very quick off the arm. Looks a very good prospect. Here is the batting summary. 72 for 8. Plays 53 for 3 in 7 overs. Right, over number 8 coming up. And is Dunalal. First delivery being driven firmly. But then there again a bit of a knock-on, as we call it in cricketing terminology. Enables the batters to take a single. Now, this is what I keep saying. I mean, watch the ball to your palm. You take the eyes off and you knock it on like that. You're going to give the batter an opportunity to cross over. And I can tell you that technologies are playing it pretty smart here. The rotating strike. Next delivery outside the off stump, taken on the half volley. That's punched down the ground. But then there is cover in the cow corner. Batsman will go through for just 1 run. Total moves on to 55. You're talking about 18 runs in 16 balls with 7 wickets in hand. So you'll put the money, obviously, on the batting team to get it. But you can turn things around. Bowl dot deliveries. Protect that boundary line. Put the pressure. Try to get a wicket in here. Buy a wicket. Short. You can't bowl there. You get punched down the ground. And that will sail away for 4 runs. This is what I've been talking about. I mean, you cannot afford to bowl those, dolly deliveries at this stage of the game. So really what happens is the batsman has all the time to rock back on the back foot and punch you down the ground. That will give 4 runs, easy pickings, and the total keeps rattling on. 59 for 3. Dhanuka Dulan, the bowler. Dilshan enjoying himself, 26 off 16 deliveries. And the next delivery just pushes it off his pads back to the bowler, who does the cleaning up job on his follow-through. 14 runs off 14 balls. Could go anyway. It all depends on as to how the penultimate over will be bowled. That's my thinking here. In he comes. Short outside the off stump. Opens the face. Runs it down to deep extra cover for a single. This has been the cardinal mistake, I think, Star Garments have been making. They've been giving too much of room for the batters outside the off stump. They've been getting the batters to rock onto the back foot, to open the face of the bat and then slap it through that vacant area there. Down the track, played beautifully, taken on the half volley, but there is cover, one reckons. Yes, there is. And the running between the wickets has been exquisite. 2 runs off that delivery marks the end of over number 8, 62 for 3.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
11 runs needed in 12 balls, and they brought in their premier bowler, Janit Shehan. Now, this is what I call the penultimate over. This depends. The game is in the bowler's hand now. If he can get a very good over in, like what he did in his very first over, look at that, just conceding 2 runs and, scalping 3 wickets, then I think Star Garments will be in business. He's lanky, he's pretty tall, and let's see. Good delivery, but then he waits for it, opens the face of the bat, runs it down to deep back of the point, and that'll be a single. Getting trapped with my own words. Easy single there, because the batter used the pace of the fast bowler, waited for it, opened the face of the bat. Very clever indeed. He's given away 1 more run, so he's given 4 runs so far. Outside the off stump, played rather uppishly. Where is it going? Where is it going? Brilliantly caught. So, here comes this fantastic bowler, Janit Shehan, and then gets the wicket at the right time. Exactly what the doctor ordered for. Now look, this is a breakthrough that will do a world of good. I kept telling this to you. The penultimate over was going to be of paramount importance. And this young fast bowler, who's played under-19 cricket for Sri Lanka, comes in and gets a vital breakthrough. And the batter, beaten for pace, just trying to slap that ball, brilliantly caught. I mean, that ball hung in the air for some time. And I think credit must also go to the fieldsman at short third man for taking the wicket. This game is getting tight. 10 needed in 10 balls. Can Janit Shehan pull 1 more rabbit out of the hat and then put the batter, that is the technologies, into a little bit of pressure? We do have a left-hander. He's got a higher score of 60. Looks a batter who can get among the runs. Excellent strike rate, 151.76, which is good. He's had a couple of 50s. And a left armer bowling to a left-hander is a challenge. Let's see whether Janit Shehan can keep the left-hander quiet in this over. Penultimate over. And he's bowling from the far end. That means he's running in towards us as we give the commentary from the pavilion end. Fuller in length is full toss, tucked away to mid-wicket for an easy single. Oh, they're coming back for the second run. This is very good rotation of strike between these 2 runners. Excellent. Just what the doctor ordered for. Every single matters. I think one of the things that technologies have done is they have studied the importance of rotating strike and taking the singles. 8 runs needed in 9 balls. It could go anyway. I'm not going to come out with a prediction of a winner, because Janit Shehan, their premier bowler, is in pursuit. Good looking delivery, wrapped him on the pad, but going down the leg side, I feel, and the umpire indicates it's negative. Let's see what happens here. Yes, he's been bowled. I just missed out. Janit Shehan, look at that. I'm sorry, I did miss. Oh, God, he's shattered his stumps. Timber on the ground, middle stump, just what the doctor ordered for, just what the fast bowler wanted to see. Janit Shehan, you're a hero. You have come out here with a sterling performance, taken 4 wickets in 1.4 overs, and you have put the opposition under tremendous pressure. This is what I call very good bowling indeed. I think I told all of you, our viewers, that the penultimate over is the one that could decide the game. And Janit Shehan is not finished as yet, because he's got 2 more deliveries. I tell you, you set the cat among the pigeons if he does scalp 1 more. But here is a batter who has a decent strike rate as well, 89.40. And he's made 67 runs. So he can bat. But he's up against a challenge against a very good bowler. I've seen this young man for the first time, and I thought he's got pace, he's got the height, He's got a cricketing knowledge. He just bowls it back of a length. And I can just see that he has a little bit of movement. Let's see. In he goes. Outside the off stump. Good line, good length. The fourth stump line. This is exquisite. Now this bowler reminds me. Let's have a look at the last wicket. You see that back of a length. Wicket shuttered. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, this bowler reminds me so much of Nuwan Soiza. You remember Nuwan Soiza, who played for Sri Lanka, the tall left-arm bowler? Reminds me so much of him. Look at his height. Beautiful height for a seam bowler. I was talking to, I'll get back to this after this delivery. Yep, takes the outside edge. And the ball trickles away to short extra cover. 1 run being taken. And they ran with the stroke. So 66-5 at the end of 9. We're going for a break and come right back for the exciting last over. Right, we're going to have a look at the wickets of Janit Chehan, who's been exquisite. Look at that first wicket, comprehensively bowled, Yorker length. Then the second delivery outside the off stump, short of length with an extra bounce. Here goes the third wicket. That was swung and a brilliant catch taken. And this is the last wicket. So he's been the star of the day from my viewpoint. 4 wickets in an exquisite spell. This young man, to me, like I told you, he played under-19 cricket for Sri Lanka. Looks of fantastic potential. Tall. Reminds me and brings back so much of nostalgic memories of Nuwan Soiza, the former Sri Lanka left-arm seamer. Right now, back to cricket here. 66-5. Current run rate 7.33. Dilshan Madhuwala, the informed batter, is off strike. And is Rish Ishara on 1 as Yapa bowls the final over. Yapa's got to keep it tight. Let's see what he does. Right arm round the stumps, outside the off stump, takes a thick outside edge. Has it run away to the boundary? Let's wait and see. No, it's just stopped inside the boundary line. And the batsmen have taken 2. And is there a run out? To me, let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at it. What do the umpire decide? Now he's given the run. That looked very close. That looked extremely close. Look at it on the replay. Now there he punches it down the ground outside the off stump, bowled at an angle. A bit of a misfield. The throw coming in. They have taken 2 runs and they're taking the next run. And the throw coming into the bowler's hand. That should have been out. Yes, that should have been out. Very unfortunate indeed. The batter very, very lucky to be there. And the next delivery, punch down the ground. The batsman will go through for an easy single. Yeah, now this is getting a little bit tight. Especially for Star Garments, who are defending a very small total. 5 runs off this over. 1 should have been a run out from my viewpoint. As you saw it on the replay. I think the umpires don't have the luxury of a replay like what we do have here in the media center and on television commentary. But I tell you what, if there was a DRS and it went upstairs, he would have been ruled out. Right, let's now see. Just 2 runs needed. 4 balls to get it from. I rather now sit inside the batter's dressing room because they do have 5 wickets in hand. This has been quite an exciting game. Exciting in the sense because we saw an exhibition of excellent seam bowling by this young fast bowler, Janit Chehan. Whom I thought was my pick of the bowler for the day so far in this particular tournament. Yapa. Outside the off stump, fuller in length, punch down the ground, easy single. Now look, it's almost even Stevens here, isn't it? And just 1 run needed. Yep, 1 run needed off 3 balls. And like I made mention, a very close game. But 1 has to win, 1 has to lose. That's for sure. But I think Star Garments gave it their all. They gave it their all. They had to defend a very, very small total because they made a bit of an ash of their batting in the first 5 overs. Restricted themselves from scoring freely. Right, the ball coming up now. Down the ground, punch down, and that will go down to the boundary for 4 runs. So Technologies have won this game by 5 wickets, but don't take anything away from the fielding side. Star Garments, who came up with a sterling performance, dragged it to just 2 balls in the final over, and have given a very good account of themselves. Our producers were good enough to show the 4 wickets that was taken by young Janit Shehan. To me, I think he looked extremely a very good bowler with a high arm action, tall as ever, hit the deck hard. And I think he almost turned the game round in the favour of Star Garments. And it's 9.4 overs. So Technologies win this game with 2 balls to spare and by 5 wickets. As they now walk back, we are going to have a luncheon break that's coming up shortly. 2 more games in the cards. And let's try to see what we have in store for you up on your screens. But then we've seen a great game of cricket, that's for sure. Wonderful game of cricket. That's the skyline. Here is the batting card. All credit must go to Johan Avishka, who made 25 in 25 deliveries and stuck it out there and made sure that he saw his team home with an excellent batting performance. The bowling card will obviously look very, very interesting. There we go. That's the man I spoke of. Janit Shehan, 2 overs, 8 dot deliveries, 7 runs, 4 wickets. He took it to the deep, but unfortunately, he did not have support from the rest of his bowlers. But then, you don't expect one bowler to win you a game, do you? Nevertheless, it was a very exciting game of cricket we've seen before the luncheon break. Now we take a look at the session highlights. Just look at that. Bowled him. Neck and crop. And the next delivery, try-foot short outside the off stump. Batter trying to make room. And he was bowled. And here is that catch. Brilliant catching I've seen so far in this tournament. Now that's a very good stroke. You give the batter room outside the off stump. That's what he'll do. Yet again, another good punch down the ground. This is played square on the onside to the mid-wicket fence for 4 runs. And the next delivery cut away with ease for 4 more. And this is also driven firmly. Now you can see a ball in the air for a while. Brilliantly caught by that fieldsman. And that was a cracker of a delivery. And that's the winning hit. So then, Star Garments will be very disappointed. Nevertheless, Technologies win this game. We'll now take a look at the summary before we take our luncheon break. Here it comes for your reading pleasure. Star Garments made 72 for 8 in their allotted 10 overs. And Technologies get there with 5 wickets to spare. Well, that's it from me and Michael before the luncheon break. We'll come right back for more of the latest from the MCA.